Breaking now, Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson announced CCTV cameras in the stadium district will be turned on during the FIFA World Cup. In a statement today, she says the decision was made after briefings with the FBI and Seattle Police Department, where they identified general but credible threats to the security of the games. Until now, the 22 cameras in the stadium district were turned off. We have team coverage tracking this developing story. Senior reporter Chris Daniels is standing by. But first, let's get right to KOMO's Jeremy Harris, who's live now. Jeremy?
Yeah, Kelly, this is a significant 180 here for Mayor Katie Wilson about these cameras. And let me show you exactly what we're talking about. These are the public space cameras that feed right into the real-time crime center for Seattle Police. They keep an area on public areas in certain parts of the city. 22 of these have been installed right around the Seattle stadiums ahead of the FIFA World Cup games. But at the order of Mayor Katie Wilson, they have been turned off. Well, now, today, she's reversing course, and she now says that they can activate these cameras and the real-time crime center can start using them to monitor this area. This has been a very controversial issue for Mayor Wilson, and she has been getting a lot of pressure from all sides. Advocates for the cameras say they are an essential tool for law enforcement. They have led to multiple arrests in both homicides and violent crimes in public areas of the city where they've already been activated, and she's been under growing pressure to not wait to activate these new 22 cameras that have already been installed. On the other hand, people have been pressuring the mayor, saying they fear these cameras could somehow fall into the hands of immigration enforcement or be used to target people who are transgender or who are seeking abortion services in the city. Ultimately, the mayor had said if there was a credible threat, she would be fine with turning on the 22 cameras around the stadium ahead of FIFA. Earlier this week, she laid out a roadmap for what that decision would look like. Her words were having information that a person or organization wants to do harm to people or property at the games and information that they could carry it out. It does not seem to me from her statement that was released this afternoon that that standard has been met. She says that she got a briefing from the FBI and Seattle Police. They said the general threat environment around the games is high enough, and she says that's what tipped the scales and ultimately caused her to turn on the cameras. But again, based on what her office provided as the rationale for turning these cameras on, it did not meet the requirements in the roadmap that she herself laid out earlier this week. Ultimately, a lot of people are happy she made this decision. I've just talked to some city council members as well as the head of the police union. They're thrilled about this, but again, this just came down within the last 2 hours, and we are hoping the mayor's office will make Mayor Wilson available to us so we can ask her some questions about this extremely significant decision that she made today. Reporting live in Pioneer Square, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.
Yeah, Jeremy, quite the about face here. Jeremy, will those cameras stay on permanently?
Based on the mayor's statement, it says through the FIFA games. So that would lead me to believe that after the games, they could potentially be turned back off. That's one of the many things we are seeking clarity about here from the mayor's office. So still too early to be determined, but it sounds like from the wording of the press release that came down within the last couple hours, it would seem to me that their plan is to turn them back off after the FIFA games.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Seattle Council member Bob Kettle commends the mayor on her decision to turn on the CCTV cameras. In a statement, he says, this difficult decision is an important one to ensure our public safety readiness ahead of our 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup matches. I worked with my colleagues and stakeholders on the original automated license plate readers, CCTV, and RTCC legislation, as well as legislation related to federal law enforcement. Moving forward, I commit to work with Mayor Wilson on our technology programs, plus other areas such as alternative response. That brings us to our KOMO Pulse poll. You can scan the QR code on the side of your screen to participate. Today we're asking, did Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson make the right decision to turn on the stadium CCTV cameras? As of right now, 97% say yes, 3% say no. The Wilson announcement comes amidst heightened security already around the World Cup venue. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels is standing by with more. Chris?
Yeah, I just want to give you a look at what it looks like already here near the north lot of Lumen Field. You can see fencing already all around the north lot. There's some semi-permanent construction going on the inside. That's normally where you enter this stadium, which will be redubbed the Seattle Stadium by FIFA for the World Cup. All sorts of new signage is up, and as you look around here, there's even some of those concrete barriers already set up. This is presumably where there will be more signage, and there are bollards as well. All of this is a security precaution because this will be a global event with the eyes of the world on Seattle and those 10 other World Cup cities. There's also been some other changes around the city of Seattle. Seattle used the World Cup as a rallying point for civic infrastructure, from Sound Transit pressing to open the Cross Lake expansion between Seattle and Bellevue, to public and private partners getting the waterfront ready to welcome the world with a series of new parks. Even Pacific Place got a glow up to serve as the Seattle Soccer House. And then there are all the changes near Lumen Field. It already looks different. I asked the World Cup Organizing Committee Chair here in Seattle, President and CEO Peter Tomazawa, about that. Is this going to be a secure site? It looks like there's a lot of fencing. It looks really different.
It looks totally different. So for all of our residents and people that are used to seeing what was called Lumen Field now becomes Seattle Stadium for the tournament, it'll be a totally different look. There's fencing all around. The security we took super seriously. We've been working at every level of the government, national, local, state, international, to make this as secure and safe as possible.
Tomazawa also told me that there will be anti-drone defense systems in place for those World Cup matches. I wanted to give you another perspective here. If you're familiar with Lumen Field, what will be called Seattle Stadium, that fencing goes all the way down towards Safeco Field on the south side, wraps around the convention center as well. There's also going to be a pedestrian area in Pioneer Square. Several blocks of the area around the stadium will only be open to pedestrians, so it's going to be really tough to get any sort of vehicle nearby here if you're planning on going to any of the World Cup matches.
If you're familiar with the area, navigating it's definitely going to feel a lot different. Do we know any more about parking restrictions and what that's going to look like?
Yeah, there will be no general parking at the stadium here at Lumen Field. In fact, just driving around Pioneer Square today, you can already see that there are no parking signs for those 6 World Cup match days. Cars will not be allowed to park on city streets and very early in the morning, and I am told parking garages, you will be able to only park in some of them 4 hours in advance of game time and won't be able to get your car until at least 2 hours after the final whistle of any of those matches. Again, the first one is on June the 15th, Belgium and Egypt here at what we all call Lumen Field.
Those garages probably cost you a pretty penny, too. Chris, thank you. The Space Needle now all decked out for the 2026 World Cup matches in Seattle. The roof has been transformed into a giant soccer ball. It's a celebration of the upcoming games as Seattle gets ready to host those 6 matches. A time-lapse video shows the painting crew using some specialized equipment to apply that soccer ball design. Seattle's World Cup committee selected the iconic Space Needle, knowing this would be a centerpiece for the games and a defining image seen all around the world. Stay with KOMO News as we track the latest developments around the city of Seattle ahead of the World Cup. We'll have the latest details on our social media pages and at KOMOnews.com.